Shady, and yes, we're back again. Everybody, go tell a friend. Shady's back, Shady's back, Shady's back. Oh yeah. This is SHIB Worldwide Vintage Raffle. We're bringing it to you live. Yes, we have some great news for you for the entire world of SHIB and the SHIB Army. And without further ado, we'll get into this technical analyst review as we increase our value of SHIB and we decrease the amount of SHIB installation. We are going through some growing pains as we are breaking down the SHIB. What are we doing? We're doing the update on SHIB. The value has been added as we steadily climb, as we're getting in more wall holders, and we are taking part in the extravaganza of SHIB. And what that means as we are climbing 20% over the week. Everybody knows what's going on. That's amazing. I'm going to go through analytics right now, so just bear with me, listen to music, and we'll get right into today's session. That's sharing. Yeah, so we're rebuilding, we're refacing the website for your convenience. Now, with the new site, we're supposed to be able to make it more convenient for people to buy SHIB. Amazing, absolutely phenomenal for everybody to get into SHIB and see where we're going. And yes, we have a new video. I'm going to share it with you momentarily. In a second, we're going through analytics right now, and we're going to break it down for you just as soon as I can. Yes. Hold on to your party hats. Amazing. So we're going to share this. Sharing is caring. Happy Easter, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, and yes, this is the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle, and yes, we are live for everybody's entertainment purposes, and yes, you are in the house. Babe's channel, massive shout out to Babe's channel, massive love shout out to the entire planet. Make sure that when you come in, that you say hi, and make sure you point your in the right direction towards what country you're from. If you want to your state and city, make sure you post that on there too, so we know exactly where you're from. Um, just so we can properly shout out to you and your family and friends, to every single person on the planet. Massive love shout out to Jason Cox, massive love shout out to Prince Williams, massive love shout out to DJ Ryan, Paul, um, Krish, Vishaw, massive love shout out to you. Sagir, massive love shout out to you. Jonathan, massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Jason M. Ethan M. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Aiden M. Massive love shout out to Rowena. Massive love shout out to Big Channel. Massive love shout out to Rowena. Massive love shout out to everybody in the Philippines. Woo! As we shout out to every single person on the planet, massive love shout out to you. This is the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Just in case you were wondering if you're on the right place or at the right time, you are. We are live. And what does that mean for everybody? That we have news for you. And we want to wish every single person out there happy Easter. Remember that Jesus died on the cross for every single person on the planet. Therefore, all of our information that we give out is for everybody, not just for Canada, not just for the US, not just for Mexico, not just for Brazil, everybody in the world. It's for everybody. Everybody deserves to be wealthy. Everybody deserves to have SHIB in their wallet. And we always say the same thing all the time. This isn't financial advice, but please keep in mind that SHIB right now costs you $12 and roughly 75 cents right now to buy SHIB, 1 million SHIB USDT. Okay, so to buy 1 million SHIB USDT, going to cost you $12.65 right now. And that is amazing. You can't buy, name a stock that you can buy that in that's giving you value back every single time that we do a reduction. None of them, okay? Netflix has done share buybacks. They said they're going to do share buybacks again a little later on. But SHIB is the only one that's giving you money back in your pocket with every single reduction. With more people coming in, it's taking more supply away from the circulation. Does that make sense to everybody? Because nobody's spending it. SHIB is not strong enough to spend it. In order for SHIB to be strong enough to spend it, we would need a market cap of about 589 trillion at the current rate. SHIB right now should be sitting at around 350 billion. So that gives you some idea. That's like 47 times your money. That's phenomenal. That means that 3 billion would get you 1.4 million dollars at a market cap of 350 billion. Your total investment would be approximately $48,000, and that's not bad when you think about the return on capital. $48,000 and you get $1.4 million. That's damn good money, right? That's damn good on a 350 to 375 billion in market cap. That's if it were to get there right now, which it isn't. It's right now. It's at 12. 467. And yes, this is the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. And yes, I am Will, your host. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. Really appreciate everybody coming in. Yes, we're going to get into the SHIB, the website. because I want to go through this. I got some videos to show for you. I got some videos to show you on the new expose, but I wanted to get right into what we do. Oh, I need to share this link. Hold on to your party hats. Let's share the link because sharing is caring. Hey, Babes channel, massive love shout out to you. Woo, 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 woo. Massive love shout out to Gabriel and Leia. Massive love shout out to everybody that took part in the advanced polling. Make sure you get out there and vote in Canada. We got an election going on, so we want to make sure we promote the get out and vote, right? So important for everybody to get out and vote. The only thing that you have is your vote. The only say that you have is your vote. So you got to make sure you get out there and vote. Otherwise, you have no say. So whoever gets into power, someone gets into power you don't like, it's your fault because you didn't vote. That's exactly how you have to look at it. Exactly. Because we need everybody to get out there and vote for the people that they think is going to be beneficial to them. Not to the politicians, because we've already had 9 years of that, right? The politician was the one that pocketed the money, and we just found out that I think it's a scam myself, that someone's posting that Trudeau is going to get $2 million a year for what? Helping kill Canada, basically. He did the exact same thing that Biden did to the United States. He just unbelievable, right? He's even paying the CRA $260 million to go after us, the people who pay the CRA. That's insane. I mean, that's just insanity right there. It just tells you that that's what they do. That's what they do. Anyway, that's getting away from SHIB. That's got nothing to do with it. Hey, Wena, massive love shout out to Wena. Massive love shout out to every single person that comes in. Massive love shout out to the world, right? We want to make sure that we get that world message because we are a world event. Now, do we care about market capitalization? Not really. What we care about is getting the people to stand behind everything that we do. That's reducing the circulating supply, increasing your right. It's increasing your value, not the price. The price will eventually come to you. And that's the truth of it. Value is added first, and then you see the exact polling for that is coming through fruition. As more and more people pile in, more and more reductions happen. Massive love shout out to you, Rowena. Massive love shout out to Wena. Massive love shout out to Babe's channel. We want to say thank you to every single person that comes in and takes part in the events that happen on this channel. We want to make sure we do a call to action for SHIB's Awakening. We want to do a massive deep value analysis of SHIB, which we're going to do on the website. In just a second, we're going to go right into the website. If I can find it. Hold on your party hats. We're going to get right into SHIB. Okay, so I'm going to go through the links with you so that everybody understands this. We're going to go step by step because people come in and they have no idea what the raffle's all about. So we got in. So it says home, accumulation, services, contact us, rules and conditions, pricing, information, education, informative education, adoption, ticket sales, and available tickets. So the available tickets is based on the amount of SHIB that's in circulation, not the total supply of SHIB, because 410 trillion of it is gone forever. Okay, so this is available SHIB that's up for grabs from the ticket raffle. So it's not unlimited supply, it's very limited supply. And after we reduce the circulating supply of SHIB, there's even less tickets available if the price will remain the same. If the price goes up, there's more tickets available because the tickets are based on the amount of purchasing power that we have. So the lower the price, the more SHIB that we're getting back. The higher the price, the less SHIB we're getting for the same amount of money. Make sense? Everybody understand that concept? That's exactly how it works. So we'll get into the homepage. We'll go down. Okay, so I have a little bit of interaction. How can I help you today? That's a bot that I have on my channel. Okay, there's education, SHIB education. So the first one is the crest, SHIB crest. How come I didn't change the picture on this? Anyway, we'll change it later. Okay, SHIB circulating supply removal. So this is the burn wall address. So if you click on it, it's going to put you into the burn wall address. We're going to open it up here. We should be sharing this, right? So yeah. So this gives you the burn wall address. See, when you click on it, it doesn't give you an error. We're going to go back because it's the burn wall address. Burn wall address proves one thing and one thing only: utility. Massive utility. Anytime we're reducing SHIB circulating supply, 14,879,000, 8 million, 1 million, 1 million, 790,000. That's reduction. That adds value. Every time we do that, it adds value. It takes away from the rest of the world being able to buy SHIB. Do you understand that concept? Name a currency that's doing the exact same thing. Name a company that's constantly doing this. There isn't one. Okay? And this can't mint or replenish any of its supply. It's gone. It's gone forever. It's taken off the market. None of you are able to buy what was taken off. Do you understand the power that has? It's enormous. Enormous power. But people don't see it. Okay? Down here at the bottom where it says wallet holders, you click on the link. So you click on that link. It's going to give you into the Etherscan. Right. And it's going to show you the amount of holders there are. So is this important? Absolutely, because the more holders we obtain, that means that there's less supply for everyone else as they grab up the supply. So that's why we said if we got to 5 million wall holders by the end of the year, we would be at a certain price. Now we figured out that price target range, right? In around the all-time high. Now, can it go above that? Absolutely. All it does is mean that there's amount that is acquired. So it does it based on certain analysis of that accumulation. But it does not mean that it can't reach that or it will surpass that. It just means that it should be at all-time highs with that. Realistically, it should be at 3055 with that many. Now, we're way undervalued because we're supposed to be around 350 billion. Now, if we had 350 billion market cap and we were to get 5 million more wall holders, what would be the price? Close to that 1 cent area. It won't be at the 1 cent area, but it'll be close to that. Like 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and it'll fluctuate in there. It won't drive, but it has more downside than upside, just so people are aware. When we get to 10 million wall holders, that's when it starts to get a little dicey because that means that we'll be fluctuating heavily in that 2 zeros, 1, 2 zeros, 4. Get to 50 million wallet holders. Now we're in that 1 cent, 2 cent range. And then it's when we get to 100 million, that's when things get very interesting because now we're dealing with between the 10 cent and 1 cent range. Okay. Now, does that mean that we have the exact same amount wallet? We have the exact same amount of addresses and the same supply? No, because what's going to happen with the supply is adoption is going to happen, and everybody's going to be reducing SHIB circulating supply. Nobody needs hundreds of millions of dollars. So what's going to happen is burns are going to start acquiring because what's going to happen is governments are going to want all that SHIB. Okay, so everybody's going to be starting to burn it to get away from paying the governments because the government's going to want to steal all your SHIB, period, because they're starting to see something happening that they don't like. Okay, you're taking away from market capitalization, and you're able to use that as leverage against other fiat currencies in the world, and the reductions at that time will just skyrocket. Like they'll just skyrocket out of control because every single organization, bank, institution is now going to be targeting SHIB to try and get people to surrender their SHIB. And of course, when they try and surrender it, what do people do? They get defensive. And then in order to defend that, they're going to start burning it. Is it going to increase the SHIB's price? Absolutely. Stop them in their tracks from obtaining it from you because the higher it goes, the less likely they are to have influence. Just so you know, because they're not going to buy it when it reaches when it reaches $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. That's not when they want to obtain it. They want to obtain it when it's only pennies on the glass. So when they try and take it from you, it's going to be because it's at 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, and that they're starting to realize just exactly how much power it has over them, and they don't want that because it's enough to pay off the national debts all over the world. So that's a problem for them, because all of a sudden you're able to lend out SHIB as a lending practice, but you're not going to lend it out. You're going to lend out a portion of it against the fiat currency, and then use that currency to reduce SHIB circulating supply, because it's going to drive up your value and take it from other people. So you're going to be doing the exact same thing the banks are doing, except that you're doing it like rather than stealing it, you're actually doing it in a safe and fun-filled manner than the rest of them. So you got to keep that in mind too. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go back here. We'll go back to the website. Okay. 100 wall holders. We're going to click on 100 wall holders, and it's going to take you into CoinCarp. CoinCarp. 1251 right now for the current price. And we're going to go down here. Okay. We're going to do some quick calculations. 48 trillion. Okay. 44 trillion. 946. 39 trillion. 273. Okay, we'll do a recap. We'll bring up the page. Do any of you see any hesitation whatsoever with these links? No. Do I take you to a different website? No. Does it take you to scam? Anywhere where it's a hoax? No, it does not. So somebody says it's a hoax, don't open the links. The links are there for you. Okay? So these are absolute valuations. No one's messed with them. No one said anything about them. If you go and do the website, you'll see exactly. It'll come up with CoinCarp. It's an actual website. It says right at the top, CoinCarp currencies, Shiba Inu rich list. Okay. So then you have your wallet holders. This is what we were saying before. How many wallet holders are there? The top 40 wallet holders. So 41 without the top one, because the top one doesn't count because it's wallets. These are dead wallets. That number right there is dead wallets. It says if you go over here, the exchange statistics 72.1% others. Okay. This is Binance. This is Gate.io. What they don't consider is BlackRock, which is this one. $29,999. No, yeah, it's going to be 4 million $998,000 dollars, because the $1,000 that you used to invest, that's gone, and then whatever it costs, $8, $20, $30, you get to use that as a write-off. But the rest of it, 499,000, 4,999,000 is going to be taxed. That can be taxed, and 20% of it is taxed, or 30% of it's taxed. You can just imagine on $5 million, or $4 million, 499,000, 4,990,000 is taxable. Okay, so if it's 20% of 499,000, is a lot of money, right? So you're going to be looking at close to $1 million. Well, not quite, but you're going to be closer to 800,000. So yeah, you're going to be close to $1 million that you'll have to pay taxes on. Okay. So yeah, you could be, 800,000 would have to go to the government for you making money on cryptocurrency, which you took all the risk for. They took on zero risk. They told you not to invest in it, and you made all this money, and now they want 30%, 20% of it. 30%, yeah, you're going to be closer to that, like 900,000. Ouch! Ouch! Yeah, almost $1 million that you'll have to pay taxes on. You'll have to pay $900,000 back to the government. Okay, you can take that $900,000 though and flip it and burn it. Okay, so it's gone. I want the $900,000 as an burn toward my investment, so my capital gain. Okay, so then you pay less capital gains. Make sense? Because you get to write your capital gains off against your capital losses. So you have $900,000 in losses. You have to pay $900,000. They wipe each other out because you have $900,000 in losses. Okay, so if you had to pay 30%, that's what you do. That's why there will be a massive reduction listing going on when SHIB reaches that point where it can still be used. Now it can be used as an adoption model. And that's how you avoid paying taxes. Absolutely. So keep that in mind. And where do you want that money to go? You want it to go to the government, or you want it to go back to the people that you help invest in with it and drive up the value of it? Make sense? Makes sense. All right. So we're going to go out. Let's see who's on. Jason Cox, call to action. Excellent, Jason. Massive love shout out to you, my brother. Yes, we're going to get into the how come it's I'm way back here. Okay, we're going through the website. I'm changing up the website, by the way, Jason. Just give me a second. We're going to get into what the raffle is. Okay, so there's lots of places on here where you can buy tickets. I don't know if you see them or not. Buy your raffle tickets here. There's one there. This will take you into the countdown clock. We had 10 visitors yesterday. No tickets were sold in the 24-hour period. So therefore, we have a carryover for the next 24-hour period. There's your SHIB 50 raffle tickets. 510 billion SHIBs on 10,000 tickets. 10 million tickets. 10 million tickets. Okay, so if you were to host this on 10 million tickets and you sold 1,000, that would leave very little supply left. Just so people are aware, 1,000 tickets. If we were to sell 1,000, 10 million tickets, we would basically have 80% of all SHIBs held up in tickets. Wouldn't that be amazing? Because that would mean a what? Probably about 3 weeks before we're able to announce all the winners, and everybody would get paid phenomenally for the first 3 weeks anyway, which would be awesome. And then we would do the reduction in SHIB circulating supply after all the winners got their money. and then half of the supply, basically 80% of the supply would be taken up by raffle tickets. 40% of all SHIBs would be sent to the reduction wallet immediately. Like that would be instantaneous. Like psh, psh, done. Okay. Everybody getting paid takes longer. Okay, got to verify each of the email addresses. Got to validate each of the raffle numbers. Got to validate each of the wallet addresses. The most important part, right? Validating the wallet holders' wallet addresses, because they may have changed. Because we told everybody, make sure you have two wallets when buying tickets and holding SHIB, because you want to be in it to win it. So you definitely want SHIB separately from what you're buying your tickets. And there's a reason for that, right? So what happens is oh, I won. Can you please give it to this wallet address, because I don't want it to go towards the SHIB wallet address, because I don't want to pay the fees moving it back and forth, especially if it's a lot of SHIBs. Because what they're going to do is, if they realize how much money that is worth, they're going to let you transfer it, but you've had to wait 7 days for the first transfer, and now you got to wait another 7 days for the next transfer, even though it's from this account to the same account. That doesn't matter. They don't care. Okay, so just so that you know, and if it's going from one exchange to another exchange, that's even longer. Okay, because it's going to be, because we're able to push it through faster because we're hosting a raffle, so they allow us to push up to $640 million. I believe that's what it is, $640 million that we can push through, which is phenomenal. To the dead end wallet, I'm not sure. I have to get back to them, but we have not hosted a raffle yet. So knock on wood, everything is going to be copacetic. I hope so, because, it would be well over, it could be $1 billion, $2-3 billion, right, in SHIB that's sent to the dead end wallets. And I hope that they don't have a problem with that. At that time, I can't see them doing it. They probably charge me more for it, but I can't foresee any problems with it. But who knows, right? Until you start doing it, you won't know exactly how it's going to get panned out. 56,000 SHIBs right now per ticket. That's, if it's, I looked at it earlier, it was around 53,000 per ticket. So because SHIB is going up in value, and then there's a Rumble. This is off of Rumble. This is my video that I made, just so everybody's aware of it, and where you talk about the breakdown. So 21,000 tickets at the current price, 1 billion, 1,120 million, 1,120 million, 22,400 SHIBs awarded to a lucky winner or winners. This is based on the minimum amount to sell to every single person. Okay, so it's only 1,000 people, 1,063 people buying 20 tickets each, and that gets you your 21,000 ticket sales. That's it. 1,063 people out of the entire world. That's insane. And can it happen? Absolutely. Now, what would that mean for 1 billion? It would take us approximately 300 years to burn a decent size of SHIB away. But if you looked at it and say, well, that's only if you did the minimum amount of ticket sales. Now, what if you do the maximum? No. We can't do maximum because we're going to run into supply problems. The max that we could possibly do is, I think it's 9 billion. I think it's 9 billion tickets. We could sell 9 billion tickets, and that's 99%. 99% of the total SHIB supply taken up in the raffle. Then you got to wait for the raffle 24 hours, and then we reward everybody, and that's 132 winners. 132 winners. We got to go through their email addresses, wallet addresses, make sure that they want it sent to that address that they specified, to make sure they get confirmation of the address they want, and then we reward them. Okay, it works just like that. So you're the first winner. You're the first one to get paid. Second winner, third winner, fourth winner. It falls in numeric order. Okay, just so everybody's aware, it falls in numeric order. So we don't pay the last person that won. We pay the first person. The first person that wins, they get their money first. Okay, then it works down. Then the dead end wallet is the last. So that's the last transaction so that everybody wins. So everybody gets to see that benefit, that everybody wins because of the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. And then we have the breakdown of each ticket. Okay, so each raffle ticket based on the amount that it's valued at. Okay, so just keep that in mind. At 53,000, it's going to be 265, and it's going to go down from there, right? From 5 tickets. And then this does not change. This is the most important part of this. Okay, this is why SHIB, when the price changes, it changes everything. It does not change this. It doesn't matter. Okay, so 5 pounds or half a pound is still 1 SHIB. Okay, 1 ticket, not 1 SHIB, 1 ticket. Okay, half a pound, 1 ticket. That ticket, 56,000, 46,000, 39,000, 25,000, 21,000, 5,000. So 1 ticket always remains the same. It's still the same price. So that works out to 62 cents USDT. 62 cents USDT, 5 raffle tickets, 10, 20 raffle tickets, 100 raffle tickets, 500 raffle tickets, 1,000 raffle tickets, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million, and 10 million. So if you look at it and say, okay, there you go. There's your tickets that are available, and you can figure it out from there. Okay. Accumulation. Very important with accumulation. This is the second most important page of all because you want to know how many burns we've done, how much we've grown, and what's available tickets. Okay, so we got the burn accumulation. This is the overall. This is what everybody else is burning besides us. Now we're going to be included in this once we start, right? Raffle tickets accumulation. So there's our raffle ticket accumulation. You'll notice that it's in billions because we can't do 100 billion. We don't have that. We don't have a SHIB that's worth $350 billion market cap. If we did, yes, we would add another 1 to that. Okay, because then the number of tickets that we would have, it goes up because the price is higher. Makes sense? The price goes lower, less available tickets because we can burn more and more SHIB. So the lower the price, the more we burn. The higher the price, the less we burn, but we're able to do it more consistently. Makes sense? Raffle burns accumulation. So this is our burn accumulation. So this tells you how many SHIBs we've burned. So we do it in millions, billions, trillions. Notice we don't go any higher because that's unavailable, right? SHIBs raffle tickets still available for circulation. 10 billion. 624,492,731. That's the amount of SHIB tickets that are available currently. So as we sell tickets, we have less available tickets for purchase. That is true as long as the price stays the same. If it goes up or down, it's going to have a huge impact in how much is left in circulation, how many tickets are left in circulation. So once we get down to a reasonable amount, that's going to change again, right? That tells you your pounds, right? Right now, 999, and that's wrong. It's wrong. It's supposed to be less than that. Okay, so I can change that later. SHIB burn wallet addresses. This is the burn wallet address that we will be using, and that's the one you'll be watching for it on SHIB burn. This wallet address, it ends in 689D, 6A, 7C, 47A. That wallet address is the wallet address we use to burn SHIB through the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Total tickets sold accumulated. So then you have your total tickets accumulated. Then you have the total tickets accumulated. That's going to be part of the reduction. SHIB raffle accumulation. So there's their accumulation. And we also have an accumulation down here. But this one we're going to use, it's going to be opposite. Total burns from SHIB Worldwide 50/50. There you're going to have the total burns. So you're going to have it on two parts, right? SHIB accumulation, number of tickets available, and then you have a descending tickets available. So it's the opposite, and then you have your total burns from SHIB's 50/50 raffle. So then you have our burns that have accumulated. So this will be the the SHIB that was accumulated today on every day that we do a burn. So this is total daily accumulated. This will be the total burns to date. Okay, so this is total tickets sold accumulated. So the total, and then you have the raffle burn accumulation. So this will be the number of burns done for the day. So these are daily events, and then of course you have the reduction. So you also have the drop in the amount of tickets available. So you make sense. Okay, now Amazon. This is from the USA. Okay, so the first one's the USA. We click on it. Where are we going? We're going to, you got it. Oh, it's Canada. Sorry, it's Canadian. Oops, sorry. There it is. Oops. So that's the Canadian one. Okay, and we'll go into the American one just in a second here. So in Amazon, every time you go into Amazon, we're reducing SHIB circulating supply with every single purchase. So when you purchase something, you don't have to buy it here. You just log into your account, right? You start here, log in, sign into your account from here, and from there you can buy whatever it is that you want. You don't have to buy it from this page. But as long as you're buying it from that link and you sign up, you notice it doesn't say anything. It says Amazon burn SHIB Shiba Inu coin burn. See that burn? SHIB crypto.shib flames. Okay, so that link goes directly to Clay Bro's link. So every time that there's a burn, he gets credited 1 to 1.5% on the profit of that, whatever it is that you bought. No matter what it is, it could be a cup, it could be anything at all that you bought goes towards the SHIB reduction. It goes towards SHIB reduction, people. So that every single person buying from these links is going to help reduce SHIB circulating supply. If it's reducing SHIB circulating supply, and they did 5.75 billion, 575 billion, 1% of every single sale. Right now, we're at 7 billion market cap. I want you to really think about that. Amazon is willing to burn 1 to 1.5% on every item sold on the profit margin. Okay, so if it's $100 and they made a $50 profit margin, right? 1% of $50 is going to be what? $1 from 1% of $10 is 10 cents, right? So yeah, so $50, I'm going to get 50 cents. Woo-wee, right? No big deal, right? But you have how many people throughout the entire world buying and selling on Amazon daily? And you're using the links. That's 5.75 just from one company doing it. And they're not smart enough. They haven't caught on to it yet, but they will eventually and understand that, hey, wait a second, why don't we own it and then we burn it for the whole entire community? Because it benefits us, because we're holding it. We're holding SHIB. We're going to be buying an enormous amount of it because of this, because everybody's starting to use the links. So that's the whole point of it, right? It's the whole point of it. We're going to go to the US links because I want to prove to everybody that this is not a hoax. This is actually legit, right? So there you go. This is the US. See, it says stay on Amazon.com or stay on Amazon.ca. So when you go on this link, it's going to be American links. The second link is American link. You're going to click on your account, and you can buy anything your heart desires. Whatever it is that you're going to purchase before, you're just using the link. It's going to help reduce the SHIB circulating supply. And if you look at the top, it's going to tell you the exact same thing. Clay Bro list. See, it says right on there, Clay Bro list. I'm not lying, guys. This is absolutely legit. 100% legit. It goes straight to Clay Bro, and Clay Bro is orchestrated it so that he will burn SHIB at will. Okay, every month or every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how much volume is created and how much money is given to them after the month. So if you go and use the links to reduce SHIB circulating supply, it increases what? Awareness, absolute awareness, and everybody on the planet. If they're reducing 5.75 billion 7.5 billion USDT worth of SHIB, which is 80% of the supply gone in 1 year. Wow. You say it with me? Wow. That is going to drive up what? Price. It's going to drive up demand, because everybody's going to want to get in it, and it's only one company doing it. You have Binance doing 1 billion every quarter. Now imagine every exchange doing that every quarter. That's 350 billion SHIB being reduced every single quarter. So you have 4 quarters. You do the math on it, you're starting to see 1.3 trillion SHIB being eradicated every year, just in them turfing SHIB 1 billion per exchange. Now you have every company, hey, wait a second, this is starting to turn into a trend. I like this. So they start doing it. Okay, then how many companies are out there in the world? Exactly. You're starting to see what's going to happen. Every single one of them would buy SHIB because it's reducing circulating supply, which is increasing their value, earnings, growth, and revenue. Absolutely 1,000% correct. So everybody wins who buys SHIB. It's a no-brainer, right? This is what we're saying. It's a no-brainer. So you can see the links. I've shown them to you. The website's legit. Okay. Go right back to the website. Can go into the video. Click on the video. Go right into.
Big retailers don't want you to have this zoom lens, but there's nothing they can do to stop it. So there's this new superpower.
Rumble, by the way.
Shiba Inu, a pressure cooker of potential. Imagine a pressure cooker. Inside, steam builds with intense energy. The release valve remains shut. Pressure intensifies. This is Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu's circulating supply is shrinking. Think of this as the pressure cooker. Burning tokens removes them from existence. It reduces supply. This creates upward pressure on the price. Demand increases as supply dwindles. The result? Explosive potential. Some investors see this potential in this value-added currency. They hold on to their Shiba Inu, knowing the value could erupt at any time. But some panic. They sell, fearing short-term losses. They don't see the bigger picture. The pressure cooker is primed. It's a paradox. Some sell Shiba Inu even as its long-term value shines. Why? Fear and impatience often cloud judgment. The crypto market is volatile. Price swings can be dramatic. This scares some investors. They see a dip and hit the sell button. They miss the bigger picture opportunity. Shiba Inu isn't about quick profits, it's about long-term vision. It's about understanding the power of a shrinking supply. Those who hold strong will reap the rewards. As the pressure cooker analogy shows, the value is enormous. Patience is key. Vision is paramount. The Shiba Inu community is exploding. More and more people are joining the SHIB army every day. They see the potential, they believe in the vision. This is a powerful indicator is adding value. A strong community fuels growth, it drives adoption, it spreads the word. The Shiba Inu community is passionate and dedicated. They are active on social media. They are constantly engaging with each other. This energy is contagious. It attracts new investors. It creates a buzz. This is how movements are built. This is how Shiba Inu gains momentum. Education is coming to investors. This SHIB Worldwide 50/50th raffle is the solution will revolutionize Shiba Inu. It will make value added to Shiba Inu more explosive, faster, greater than traditional. It will also increase burning reductions. SHIB Worldwide 50/50th raffle is the fuel that will propel Shiba Inu to new heights. It will solve existing scalability issues. It will make Shiba Inu more accessible to the masses. This is a massive game changer. SHIB Worldwide 50/50th raffle will unlock the true power of Shiba Inu. It will pave the way for mass adoption. It will make Shiba Inu a leading force in the digital currency revolution.
So that was that video, so that people can see that there's nothing on the website that's taking you to something else. That's the whole purpose of that. We're going to share this story, if it'll play. After these messages, we'll be right back. Doo-doo. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Oh, you were so good.
This is not just another crypto token, this is the most powerful financial movement of our time. Shiba Inu is no longer a meme, it's a currency building more confidence. A message that says, The financial world is no longer owned by Wall Street, it's owned by us. With over 1.5 million wallets, a growing global utility, and supply set to collapse under the weight of massive burns, we are at the edge of a once-in-a-generation explosion, and it's called Shiba Inu. 500 million wallets incoming. More and more people are waking up. The network is expanding, fast. If you wait, you pay more for less. Supply vanishing fast. With Binance burning 1 billion SHIBs quarterly, Amazon stepping in, and decentralized platforms like SHIB5050raffle.com reducing circulation in real time, Shiba Inu is becoming scarce. Price ready to erupt. Combine rising demand, collapsing supply, and global adoption. Shiba Inu is mathematically designed to skyrocket. 1 cent, $1, more. Our models show that if you're holding now, you're already ahead. If you wait, the rocket will leave without you. Turn pennies into fortunes. Be part of the largest wealth transfer in human history. Hold the key to a new decentralized economy. And most of all, inspire generations with what you did today. This isn't hype. It's math. It's momentum. It's movement. The question isn't, should I buy Shiba Inu? The question is, how much will I regret not getting in sooner? Shiba Inu is the digital revolution. The time is now. Join us, multiply your legacy, build wealth with purpose. This is not just another crypto token. This is the most powerful financial movement of our time.
Thank you. And yes, that is SHIB in a heartbeat. And we went through the first part of the Manjaro. Okay, so we'll share the website again. Okay, so we're going to share rules and conditions. You have to sign the rules and conditions before you're able to buy tickets. That's the condition. Okay, so please keep that in mind. The SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle rules and conditions of the raffle. Something you have to read before you can sign. It is a little bit lagging, and some of it's repetitive, but necessary. Ticket sales. So this gives you a breakdown of what the ticket prices are valued at right now. The overall tickets, and of course we have the bottom scale, which never changes. Okay, just so that you're aware, money is money. Fiat. This is all fiat current. This is all fiat money. So pounds, U.S. dollar, Canadian dollars. You can break it down from your country's code of conduct, and we do have a country's code of conduct here somewhere. I think it's in services. No, pricing. Pricing is in pricing. Informative education, maybe it's in here too. I don't know. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's in informative education. So go through informative education. You can see for yourself on the sidelines. It should have your country code of conduct, your country fiat currency in SHIB. Now, it's not kept up to date, unfortunately. It would be up to date if we start selling tickets, only because we'd have to. Okay, now available tickets. This tells you the breakdown of the tickets that are available at the price. So 56,000, 10 billion is the amount of tickets, complete tickets available. So that's it, 10 billion. So once you reach 10 billion tickets sold, that's it. There's no more supply left. Okay. Now, 5,000 tickets, if the price were to increase to 5,000 tickets for that half a pound, so the half a pound buys you 5,000 SHIB tickets, you can see that there's 116 billion SHIB available because there's 5,000. So that's if the price, that's not the price, sorry. If the supply stands where it is at 5,000. Now, that's not going to be the case, right? We're nowhere near that evaluation, so that isn't the case. But you can see this. Look, 10 million tickets, 1,043. Once you sell 1,043 tickets at 10 million tickets a pop, there's no supply left. Okay, so that just so that you're aware of what that means. That's the driving force that stands behind SHIB. That's what we've been trying to tell everybody from the beginning. You understand this concept, then you understand value. And once you understand this, you'll understand just how special SHIB really is. Not just to you, not just to your friends and family, not just to but for companies, organizations, and anyone trying to make money in today's economy. This is where it's very, very important for your vision is paramount. That's why we keep telling everybody that this is exactly why you treat SHIB, because you can, like a raffle ticket, because you can. It doesn't cost you very much to get in, and once you're in, and you can just wait and ride the wave. Once people start figuring it out, it shouldn't take very long, because how word of mouth gets around. Everybody starts to understand this concept. Everybody wants to be part of it, because nobody wants to get left out of something that's going to make them money. And that's the truth of it. And where's SHIB price right now? SHIB's price right now is at 12406, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal. That means that everybody in the entire world have not a clue what SHIB will do for them. Not a clue. How do you know that for sure? Because there's only 1.5 million wallet holders on the Ethereum blockchain. And the Ethereum blockchain is the biggest blockchain that's out there for SHIB. Okay? Everything, all the exchanges have to go through Ethereum to buy SHIB. Every single exchange have to. Now, they can buy, like Jason Cox has enormous amount of SHIB on Robinhood. Right, Jason? Massive love shout out to Jason. I'm gonna send him a call to action myself. The reason why that is because Robinhood is bought an enormous amount of SHIB, 48 trillion. Besides that, they have 39 or 32 trillion besides the 48 trillion. So you add those two together, what do you got, right? 100 trillion SHIB that they're able to sell every single person on their platform without going through Ethereum. But the Ethereum still keeps them track of how much SHIB that they have, but doesn't tell them the amount of wall holders within each categorized group. So crypto.com, don't have a clue. Gate.io, we have not a clue. We know that they're holding roughly around 5 trillion SHIB, which is very small. OKX is at that 10 trillion mark, close to the 10 trillion mark. Again, because they're off of Ethereum gas fees, they don't have to keep up with the mandate. Now they can start selling their SHIB directly from their website from their exchange. Sorry, they can start selling SHIB directly from their exchange, bypassing the amount of gas fees that they would be incorporated to the holders. SHIB enthusiasts, people trying to get into SHIB, they're able to do low cost providing. Now, Ethereum has not figured that out yet. If they had, they would be trying to steal SHIB back and then charge more. So they haven't figured it out yet. I don't know when they're going to start figuring it out. They should have figured it out a long time ago, because Vlad Buterin did burn 410 trillion SHIB a long time ago to keep up with this taxation bylaws, so he wouldn't have to pay taxes. The rest of the market hasn't figured that out yet, and Vlad Buterin still hasn't figured it out yet, because if he had, he would have already imposed. He already would have imposed everything that would have been. How come? Well, we're still on the SHIB. Here, let me see if we can fix it. We're on the website. We're going to get off the website and go straight into the price of SHIB right now. So we'll just go with the charts. Current price of SHIB, because basically that's the nuts and bolts of SHIB in the first place, is to share that information with everybody. Interesting. Hold on to your party hats, everybody. Want to get into burns. We'll do the burns. All right. Okay, now I want to go share the screen. We'll go back in the New York groove. Let's see if we got it here. There we go. Yeah, it took a little bit, but we got it back. Yeah, mass love shout to Jason. So Jason's got Robinhood. Robinhood is a low-cost provider, and if you want to know more about it, just give Jason a quick shout out and go to his channel and subscribe and look him up and ask him if you're in the United States or in the UK. Ask him how much the fees are. He'll tell you what the fees are. I don't think they're very much on each transaction. I'm dealing with I shouldn't say because I'm in Canada. So, and it's like crypto.com. So anyone know crypto.com? They do the same thing, by the way, as Robinhood, except that they're a little bit more expensive per transaction. And if you go to CoinGecko, you'll notice that the spread is not the same. And that Coinbase is a little bit more expensive, but they deal directly with Ethereum. So you have to pay the gas fees and you have to pay the exchange fees. So there's two fees in there. That's why it's expensive to deal with Coinbase. Now they do have a breakdown. I haven't went over it, but they do have a breakdown where you can literally piggyback someone else's buy. There's only one problem with that. You have no control over what price the piggyback is off of. Okay, so please keep that in mind that there is a bit of a spread, and it won't take a bath on it, but they only charge you $2.99 per transaction, which is better than $5 per transaction. And you don't pay Ethereum gas fees with the $2.99. Okay, so the other person pays the gas fees to piggyback their buy and sell purchase orders. But you don't get it right away. There's drawbacks to everything, right? You don't get it right away. And then you have to wait and see what the price is that you got it at. So there could be a bit of a spread. So you might have lost $5 or $6 in the spread, depending on how much you're buying. If you're buying $50 worth, you're going to lose $2 to $3 worth in the spread. You could lose $2 or $3 in the spread right away. Then you have $2.99 that was in there, so it's $7. But it's still better than what? $5? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's why they lowered their fee to $5. But it's still expensive compared to others, especially if you're only spending $50. It's the same as if you spent $100, they still only charge $5. If it's over $500, that's when it starts getting interesting because that's when the percentages kick in, and you could be paying $30 to $25 per transaction fee to do the transaction fees on crypto. This is why a lot of investors don't like cryptocurrencies because, yeah, you're getting different spreads, different price, different aspects, different price. Why don't I just stick to the stock exchange where they only charge me $6.25 per transaction, or $8.75 per transaction, or $9.99 per transaction? As long as it's consistent, I don't care. But with crypto, it's all over the place. Each exchange has their own set of guidelines on fees. With us, because we are a worldwide event, Bitmart gave us a huge leniency. The 640 million that we can send to each person. No, 640 million is what we can send in total for the day. So we can do $640 million in transactions per day. Now, what we get coming in doesn't count as a transaction going out. But the transactions has to be 640 or less, 640 million or less. But because we're not changing anything over to fiat currency, that might change too because it's not fiat currency that's getting changed over. So as long as it's going in as crypto, going in as SHIBs, going out as SHIBs, should be an issue. It's just coming in and out. Of the fits from it. It's raffle. Nobody. So that's why it's more beneficial. That's why I'm not sure why it hasn't caught on yet, because that would massively drive enormous value, enormous price action to every single person on the planet. 8 billion people. None of them want to get left out of this raffle. Not a single one of them. Everybody wins. Even if you only buy 1 ticket, 2 tickets, 5 tickets, everybody takes part in it. You're going to see massive reductions in SHIB circulating supply. Billions of SHIB, trillions of SHIB, hundreds of trillions of SHIB per month being completely eradicated from supply. You're telling me that that's not going to have an effect on price? Absolutely going to have an effect on price. In fact, it's going to force people to start taking notice of SHIB, because the only thing continually going up is SHIB. The amount of reductions that's going on, that's going to completely liquefy SHIB, is the people that have no clue about the 50-50 raffle and what it's doing. That's the truth of it. Because once they start seeing that steadily increment, they'll understand that, yeah, okay, so when we sell SHIB to the burn wallet address, that supply is gone forever. So then you have a inflow of people coming in, taking part in the raffle, people selling the raffle and selling their fiat currency to take part in their own way in getting out of the raffle draw. So they're selling their winnings back to other people who are taking part in the raffle. Makes sense? So everybody's taking part in the raffle because it's adding value to their bottom line, increasing the value of SHIB astronomically. So you're starting to see some green candles happening, and you're seeing very few red candles. But the red candles that you are seeing are big, massive dips. Anywhere from where it is that they bottomed out at should never, ever, 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 ever go lower than the top green candle going up. So you see a massive incline, and then you see a massive decline, but it only should go down half as much as where it was before, because if the person is selling all their SHIB, if they're selling all of it, that's only half of what they can sell, because the other half is gone. Okay, so just so that you're aware of what would be the influx. So if it goes lower, that's because of fear. And then we have a rocket for the next day, and we host another raffle. Another person wins, same thing. They sell it. It's going to drive the price down because they have billions of SHIB, hundreds of billions of SHIB that they have available. So they sell 100 billion SHIB because they're not smart. They don't wait and sell parts of it and then reduce SHIB circulating supply in the process, because what's happening is every single day that we're hosting a raffle, it's going up. So instead of holding on to what they have, because they see the raffle, they're afraid that we're not going to sell any more tickets. So what happens is a sell-off. So they can only sell half of where it was, because that's what they only have is half. So it goes up 3 times, it goes down half of where it was, and then shoots back up. And then half again, then shoots back up. Then half again, then shoots back up. You got to get the message of how it works. So you do get a bit of an influx, but it's only because the person selling it is trying to dump all their SHIB because they want to get all that fiat currency in their pocket. But doing so creates panic sell. So just keep that in mind. What would be the fair value at SHIB at that point would be half, right? So we already burned half of what they got. Now they're going to take it and sell half of what they got. And if they're not smart, they won't wait, right? If they're not smart, they won't wait. They'll sell right away. But it's up to them. What they do with their money is their money. What they do with their SHIB is their prerogative, right? So if they want to sell it, take the money and run, pay their bills, pay their mortgages, pay whatever bills, and get a mortgage, absolutely, because they'd have that ability, because it would give them $50,000, $60,000 US dollars, or whatever it is that they won. If it gave them $70,000 or $100,000, it gives them that money instantly. And if they're from Bangladesh, Japan, China, 50,000 American dollars, it goes a long, long, long way, right? Millions of yuan, millions of rupees, like millions and millions of rupees, right? So that makes sense. If you're in a different country like that they can use that to benefit themselves, that would be awesome, right? So that's why it's so important to understand what that raffle draw does for every single person. It gives them that ability to take part. And what they do with it is up to them. That's the truth of it, and it's their money. They can do whatever they like with it. We don't judge here. We don't tell them what to do with the money. If that's what they want to do with it, they're absolutely within their rights to do that. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thank you. We've been on live 70 minutes, and I talked about the raffle. I talked about the raffle draw. I talked about the website. I talked about going through the exchange, the different categories, and I went through some videos to share with you. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thank you very much. Have a great and wonderful evening. Massive love shout out to Jason Cox. Massive love shout out to Babe's channel. Massive love shout out to every single person on the planet. Love you all. Take good care. God bless each and every one of you. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. Jesus loves you. Take good care. We're going to rock these out. As soon as I can find it. There we go. We went through the website. We're changing the website up, so please be patient as we get things going. We're going to make it a little easier for everybody to buy tickets. Hopefully, that's our number one goal, is to help everybody understand what that means. One less step. Instead of sending me 2 confirmations, it's going to be 1 confirmation only, and the autoresponder is going to kick in and send it back to you instantaneously. So then everything is going to be done hands-free, and then we're going to be able to do it's going to be easier for us to look up each of the wall holders and their email address quickly and best of our ability as possible. Under Prince Williams, under Gabriel, Gabriel Flint, we don't know if he is going to come on. It's like, it's very simple. All you do is look at what the email that was sent out to you, and then break down each of the numbers, and we'll say this number 1 is in your list, this is yay or nay. And then we'll give you the list that we have that had a winner on it. We'll say, can you confirm email address, wallet address, and the phone number? Confirm that for us, and they'll come back yay or nay. And it's not confirmed. We'll go through it again. Get someone else to look at it, like Jason Fox, somebody else to look at it. Prince Williams, if it's not enough wallet holders, not enough tickets that were sold, it'll be just me and Prince looking at it. And we'll go over it a couple times to make sure that the address is correct. Send an email saying you have confirmation that you're the winner. Just if they say the response is yes, done deal. And change your mind afterward, we'll say, I'm sorry, but you'll have to change it on your own. You don't have to change it. Send back to another wallet address, you'll have to do it on your own. And you'll have to wait, depending if it's a lot of SHIB or not. If it's 5,000 pounds worth of SHIB, no, you won't have to do anything. If it's 100,000 pounds of SHIB, you will probably have to do a little bit, but it should be the exact same process, except that you'll have 100,000 pounds worth of SHIB, which is going to be billions, hundreds of billions of SHIB. Once it reaches over 2 or 3 trillion, that's when you're going to run into issues, where it's billions of dollars. Okay, just so you got once it gets over to the 900 billion to 1.4 billion SHIB, you're talking billions. So just so we're aware of that. £1 billion. So it breaks $1 billion or comes up to £1 billion worth of SHIB. That's trillions of, like, close to trillions of SHIB. Right? That's when we have a problem with it. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thank you so much, and we'll rock this out, right? We're going to do the count. And thank you so much for coming in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good night, all of you. Cheerios. God bless each and every one of you.